Hey guys, I hope you're having an awesome week. This week we're looking at our flop shot. Now, typically I would always suggest golfers when they're around the green, hit the lowest loft shot possible. Can you keep it along the floor if possible? Reason being, it's the highest margin for error shot. It's going to get you the best results. But sometimes you just have to pop it up in the air. So here, I've got the pin just over some bunkers just here. I've not got much room to work with. I could go down the left, but I've still got a little bit of a rough bank here to come over. So I've got to get this in the air. So in this sort of situation, you are forced to play a high lofted shot. Now, with that in mind, if you physically cannot play a high lofted sort of lob shot and you don't have that in the bag, don't play it. Play out to the left, then pitch back on. Because you're probably going to do a better job than duffing it short or in the bunkers and then being faced with the same shot again. But if we can achieve a certain level of competency where we can get this somewhere on the green, it gives us a chance to make up and down or make sure we get it in the hole in three. So with that in mind, we're going to talk about two different techniques. Now, first technique is very similar to how we play our bunker play. So it's standing a bit further away from it. It's getting our body a little bit lower and it's lowering down the handle of the golf club. So when we open the club face, there's more loft. So when we make the club face sit flat on the ground, there is more loft. It points more upright. Yeah, makes the ball go higher. However, on top of that, it also makes the ball go further right. So we have to do a couple of things to adjust for that. Now, we can either aim a little bit left to adjust for that, or we can lower the handle. Two different options. So first option here, I'm going to open the club face. I've got the ball quite far forward in my stance here. So I'm playing it kind of here, quite wide with my stance, and then I'm going to lower the handle. So very similar to like a bunker setup here. So loads of height, hopefully. I'm going to have to give it a lot of speed. Big long swing. I've actually caught that a little bit heavy. It's not made it. That was a bad shot. Essentially, when we get into that place where we're standing a bit further away from it, we lower down the hands. The heel end of the club, so this end just here, that's going to dig into the ground a little bit more. Now, when that heel end is sitting close at the ground, it essentially makes the golf club dig a little bit more down into the ground, and there's more resistance when the club goes into the ground. So for that reason, I would always prefer the second technique when I'm hitting these high lofted pitch shots. And that's when we actually stand a little bit closer to the ball. And essentially what we're going to do here, if we can, we're just going to raise up the heel end of the golf club. So just the toe end of the golf club is sitting on the floor. And as you can imagine, the toe end of the club is a much smaller surface area than that big heel end of the club, and it's going to dig a lot less. So a lot of the time we can get better results. So that last one where I've caught that a bit ground early, I've caught it a bit heavy, and it's not made it all the way there. If I'd played that with the heel up in the air, I probably would have got away with that a bit more. So I'm going to aim left here because I can't lower the shaft because I'm standing too close to it. So I'm aiming left. I've opened up the face. I'm going to have a nice long swing. And I've played quite a nice little shot there. I have actually caught that a little bit ground early, but because I've had the heel of the club up in the air, it's just glid through the grass. So a couple of options there for you to play that shot. Now I would say your variables are dependent on the lie. So if the lie is really soft, we might not try and be hitting too down on it. If you're playing more links golf, the lie is really firm, you're probably going to want to hit down it a bit more. So you might put more weight in your front leg. But those are two options for you to conquer that shot around the greens where you've got to get it up there. You've got to hit that high lofted pitch or lob shot, and that's how to play it. Now, with that in mind, if you cannot play that shot and you still struggle, play a different shot. Play it out to the left, then chip on. Much better than trying to accomplish a shot that we just don't have in the bag. Play the shot you know you can hit, never the shot you think you should hit. Have an incredible day. Enjoy your golf.